coffee review time. I'm actually going to make this right here. So what I'll do is, I'm pouring this water into my AeroPress. I'm using the inverted method. Read if you're watching. I know I don't have to. I have the Prismo, but old habits die hard. Probably going to be the title of Die Hard 7. Anyways, this coffee is from, you probably already saw it. It's from Dark Matter, but it says Goose Island Bourbon County Stout on it. There we go. This actually is they aged these beans in the double barrel toasted, so the Elijah Craig, which was amazing. So Mike and I sent Kyle 2 bags of this for Christmas. And silly me, I didn't send him the same ones that I got, thinking, oh, this is really bright. Natural light is gorgeous. Yeah, so I'm really excited to try this one. I had the Blanton's. The last one I had was the Blanton's. I didn't review it because I didn't have the beer and I didn't know what it was going for. I thought it was really good though. But this smells amazing. Like just in here, loads of cherry, loads of almost chocolate cherries. It smells really good. All right, let's get this a swirly swirl. Oh, wow, this is. So if those of you that don't know what an AeroPress is, it's essentially a 3-part system. So you got the chamber, the plunger, the lid. This isn't the stock lid. There's a stock lid that you can use paper filters or reusable filters. This is a Prismo. You can make, probably needed a napkin for this, but oh well, clean up later. It just makes it a cleaner kind of situation when you're making the coffee. Like there's less percentage for spills and whatnot, tighter grip, and actually it's better for making espressos. I have my Nelson and Murdoch attorney at law mug, courtesy of my buddy Josh. And then we're gonna flip. The other thing I like about AeroPress is pre-COVID, I still worked from home pre-COVID. I was always remote. Want to make just a cup of coffee. Perfect one person. Now we use pour over because my wife's home a lot of times now. But yeah, it makes a great cup of coffee. Like there's so many different recipes online too that you can look up for different water temperatures, different what's the word I'm looking for here? Pushing down. What's the word I'm looking for? Expelling it. Like how long you're gonna do it for. Stirring. How long do you keep it in there? How much coffee do you use? Water to coffee ratio. I have a general idea. They also give you a scoop. I usually do around 1 scoop, and then depending on the coffee, usually after the first couple times I try it, then I can kind of gauge what I'm looking at there. So, all right, here we go. It's gonna be really hot though. First cup of the day, Saturday morning. So happy Saturday, everyone. I'm really excited for this one. So this was it's Guatemalan coffee. And yeah, like I said, they just took a bunch of the used Bourbon County barrels from this year, just the variants. I didn't see any of the regular, I don't think. And they just aged the beans in there. So you see what this looks like? Probably not. Surprise, looks like coffee. What did you think it was going to look like? Anything else? I don't know. That's good nose. Ooh. Just get a little bean smell action. Oh man. Smells like coffee, but like I said, cherry, and it's got this boozy character. And I've had a good amount of bourbon barrel aged coffees. From Dark Matter and other breweries, and this just smells. It's all up in there. I don't really get the toastiness yet, but that's usually I think from the review Mike and I did. I remember that being the flavor. That beer was phenomenal. This has very faint cherry wood, which is interesting because they also made a cherry wood variant. No. Why? I'll make you breakfast in a minute. She has literally been quiet as a mouse for the last hour, sitting on the couch doing her thing. And I'm like, I'm gonna go record a coffee review. Can you I'll make you breakfast right now. She's like, okay. Of course now she needs to get up and tell me that she's hungry. When I asked her an hour ago if she was hungry, she said no. Parenting life. That's why we have coffee and beer. Yeah, as I was talking, I was getting it, but then I got that last sip where I really turned my brain on and focused. One more. Yeah, there's definitely that bourbon character there. You're getting a wisps of alcohol. So if you're not into that in your coffee, probably not for you. But if you like Baileys in your coffee, maybe this and some Baileys will give. And this, now, just for folks that maybe aren't sure, there is no alcohol in this. It's just aging in the coffee barrels, in the bourbon barrels that BCBS was in. It's got that lovely cherry character, toasted character. Almost. You get a little bit of an oakiness too, like as it finishes off with that bourbon characteristic. It's a little bit, and from a coffee perspective, without all the other stuff in it, it's actually a pretty bold coffee. I used to be very big into darker roasts when I was younger, and then now I'm more into lighter medium roasts. I kind of like to get more of those flavors. The opposite with coffee as it cools down. Like, so with beer, as it warms up, you can get more flavors and whatnot, especially in bigger beers. But with coffee, though, I find that the flavors kind of come out as it cools down a little bit. So with what I'm getting here, I'm expecting maybe to probably get a little bit more dark fruit, a little bit more stone fruits, given the cherry and the little bit of the toasty oakiness once this kind of cools down. But this is really great. If you guys can still get these, I don't know if they're still on the site, but even if you can't get the Goose Island versions, Dark Matter has a bunch of stuff that's usually special, and you can get different bourbon barrel aged ones. I think they did some collaborations with Half Acre in Chicago as well. But anyways, down in the comments, if you had Dark Matter's the Goose Island Bourbon County Double Barrel Toasted Barrel Stout variant of their coffee, have you had any of the other ones? What do you think of it? What do you think of it compared to the beer? Did you get the same kind of characteristics? But yeah, down in the comments, let's have a conversation. Nerdsense.net, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. If those are things, like, comment, subscribe, hit those notification bells so you can find me post a new video. And I'm Sean. This is Nerdsense.